Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the VFA match of the round. And for the first time in a very long time, I think, the ABC cameras are at Oakleigh to see a team we haven't seen this season. They were the premiers in second division last year. They've made the move up to first division competition, and it's good to see them this afternoon with the season coming towards the finals. And we're having a look at Sandringham today. Also, we haven't seen a lot of them during season 1989. Well, the top five, as far as the teams are concerned, it's settled, though the final makeup still to be decided over the last few weeks of regular season competition. So today's teams, well, battling for a bit of a pride as we take a look at their relative positions on the ladder. 11th and 10th for Sandringham and Oakleigh, just separated by 2% going into this match today. The both teams finishing, well, so far 4 games out of the final. They've both won 6 games. Well, as far as the finals are concerned, the season's over for both teams, but with Sandringham just those 2% ahead of the Oaks, there's plenty of incentive for Brian Quirk's boys.
Oh yeah, we're looking at it as a confidence builder at this stage of the year because we want to finish on a positive note. If we win today, there's a chance of us going to 8th position, so that's something that we can aim at.
What's it been like? Premiers last year to come into first division. You're probably the best person to comment on the difference.
Well, it's been a difficult year, and something that I've always said to the players is that we want to gain the respect of these other first division clubs. And that's what we've really aimed at, to be a competitive unit. And all right, we've let ourselves down on various occasions, but we've had some very good matches throughout the year.
Well, Oakleigh's form seems to have dropped as the grounds have deteriorated. On the other hand, Sandringham's seems to have improved. They've won their last 3 in a row. I asked Coach Bob Ketty, what was the improvement?
I think it's a matter of us being able to balance our side out to find out, first of all, the players who really did want to play for Sandringham. And having done that, players have been able to settle into positions and we've become a bit more consistent. Their confidence is up at the moment, but we're minus a couple of key players today and we're going to have to work very, very hard. Oakleigh beat us and humiliated us the first time, and so we've got something to work for.
Well, it's time to say good afternoon and welcome to our 2 VFA coaches who join us every week. Welcome to Warrawee Park Oval, boys. Phil Cleary and Sam Kikovich.
Thank you, Peter. It's a bit cold, but it's good to see Oakleigh again. We haven't seen it for a long, long while.
Yeah, it's a good spot to watch footy too.
Excellent.
Used to be some famous games here with Big Bob Johnson in the 70s.
Well, talking of full forwards, this is the home of Reno Preto, the league's leading goal kicker. A favourite of yours, Sam?
Well, it's important to note the early season form when Oakleigh were playing well. Preto was kicking a lot of goals, but in recent weeks he's been down a little bit, and it's also indicative that Oakleigh have slumped a little bit. But by the same token, they've made a commendable transition from second division to first division. We heard Brian Quirk say that they're endeavouring to finish on a positive note, and I think they can be very happy with their lot this year.
Well, what about Sandy? There were problems down there, I think, in the early part of the season. They seem to have settled down very well, Phil.
Well, there has been a lot of talk of unrest at Sandy, but I think Bob Ketty's got them organised. There's certainly a side full of talent. You know, they've got Bealby in the ruck, they've got likes of Pratt on the half-back line, Eves at full-back, all over the ground, good players, Allen, etc. They've got enough players there to win the game, and I think Bob Ketty would certainly like to see them hit top form.
Well, getting an early feel of Warrawee Park, let's go to Ross Booth. Good afternoon, Roscoe.
Good afternoon, Peter. Good afternoon, everyone. Yes, well, it's a bit breezy down here. I've got my umbrella just in case it rains. But Connie Preto, unfortunately, Reno's wife, can't be here, so we'll send her a cheerio. I'm sure it'll be a good game.
Yes, cheerio, Connie. Hope everything's okay at home. I believe one of the young Bambinos is a bit off colour. I'm sure hubby there on screen will put in a resounding performance a little bit extra.
And Eves has got the job on Preto. 13 away from his century for the season. So that's going to be a duel to watch this afternoon. Oakleigh going from left to right in this first term. The breeze coming from the south across the ground. Going towards the Warrigal Road end, which is to the right, just giving you some orientation here at Warrawee Park Oval. Ball knocked away. That's Dalrymple handing it off. And umpire keeps the whistle down. Off the ground, it's through. Enders taking the opportunity, and the first goal comes up after 12 minutes, and it's scored by Sandringham. They lead by 6 points.
Well, they certainly had to work hard for it. Here we see it on screen. Enders there going over the top.
Almost number 2 to Enders from the angle. So Hanks is a tall fellow too. Out to half-back. Oh, that could be 50.
Oh, yes.
It's a bad one. Glenn Howard will be right in the teeth of goal now.
They are silly free kicks to give away, aren't they? Just totally unnecessary.
And I think it's a vice-captain, Michael Owen.
Owen, yes. You see Howard take the mark, and Michael Owen, whoops-a-daisy.
And he's a lovely guy, Mike Owen, too, I might confess. He'd be very, very disappointed with himself there.
Oh, I think the umpires were very harsh to pay it then.
Oh, no, it was warranted, Peter. I guess it's...
You really are screwing up with the Oakleigh supporters, aren't you?
No, I'm not. I know Mike Owen personally, actually.
Anyway.
Now, Garbuio. Preto arrived, but again can't beat Eves. Here's Lowe. Clever tap. Who was that?
Owen, I think.
I think it might have been. Yes, he pats Lowe on the back, and they come over to congratulate him. It was Owen.
Oh, there's a tiggy touch with free kick taken by Frank Regolo.
Playing a very opportunist game, Frank Regolo.
That was very clever.
Yes.
Played for that free kick beautifully. Looks to square it, as he should. Numbers even. Howard, top mark. Came from behind the back, and all of a sudden, he was in front. Good pair of hands.
He's got a bit of height about him too, Howard, isn't he? He'd be about a 6'1", and as you say, Peter, very good hands and skills.
And an accurate kick. 2 goals for Glenn Howard.
Dalrymple.
But then again, that's why you're the headmaster.
Smith on his wrong foot to centre wing. And Michael Owen. Well, there's a check side kick. Beautifully done to Dyson. Over the top. And lining up is Lowe, and he has no trouble. He's threatened for a while to put a goal on the board.
What a superb kick by Mick Owen.
Good hands by Dyson too, Sam, on the left hand. Porsche parked out the front too.
Minute into time on. Smith on as far as Carty. What can he do? Fisher. A very congested forward line. Oh, the roving from Enders. He's got another one in the 10-metre square. 2 goals for Royce Enders, 2 for Glenn Howard. That equals 4 for Sandringham. Oakleigh have 2 goals so far. Kick going a little bit further than he would have liked, but they still might get away with it. Dyson's handball. Garbuio. Melody got a bit of a hand on there to Dyson. He's found the loose Low. Plenty of time to take his time. And has he just sneaked it in? He has. Second goal for Lowe.
And almost a carbon copy of a goal that was scored in the first quarter by Dyson, handballing the ball over the top here we see on screen.
Isn't that
a left-handed hand pass? Yes, Phil?
Very long handballer, Sam, isn't he, Dyson? He really sets the play up well. And as I said earlier, if he can have a big game around the middle of the ground, he'll keep Oakleigh alive.
Supporters always know, don't they? Garbuio into space. Owen back to Garbuio, making hard weather of it. Well, now time to steady, straighten up, and what do you know, scores a level. 2 quick goals to Oakleigh in this second quarter.
I'm not one of them.
Eves nearly to the centre square. Good strong mark from Lowe. Bit of the Barry Rounds this bloke. Just
I'm quite impressed with him, Peter.
Size, yeah, good thinker too, I think.
Yes, and a 50-metre penalty. This will certainly put him well within scoring distance. And a chance for the Devils to poke their nose in front.
8th possession for Colin Lowe.
Scores couldn't be closer, Sam, could they?
Yes.
Point the difference.
Look at that threatening sky over in the Mulgrave direction. Lowe, 3 kicks for goal, 3 goals, and they are in front, the Oaks.
Philby, centering kick, but Oakleigh grabbed the front position. It's Smith, they're still under pressure. Oh, Fisher has a snap at goal, but the umpire's found a free kick going Sandy's way.
It missed, I think, didn't it?
I think it's a goal.
You're right, Phil, he's just squeezed it in. Eddie Fisher wearing number 48. Crossbreed slightly left of screen. That's the way Oakleigh are going. Here they go, through Garbuio. Through the middle. And low in front. Well, that was nicely judged because Regolo seemed to misread it.
I think you're allowed for that wind you've been talking about, Ross. I think Ed Maher would be a bit worried about you, actually. Your knowledge of the weather is impeccable.
His brother Edwin might be worried as well.
Now, Colin Lowe has 3 of Oakleigh's 5 goals. He stabs at it. Peter McKenna style. But it's straight. That's what really counts. And Colin Lowe, 4 goals in a quarter and a half of football.
Howard.
That's the mark, let him go!
Manning up just a little bit better at the moment, Oakleigh, and holding Sandringham up. Oh, use of the body from Irwin, who's just come on from interchange. Nowhere for Battersby to go. Oh, well smothered there by Atherton. He's caught the whole time, tried to get up out of the tackle, holding the ball. And it's Irwin directly in front who will shoot for goal.
That's hard lines, that, Peter. Gee, he did very well intercepting because that was a certain goal if he hadn't have intercepted. Sandringham had players en masse streaming goalwards. I thought he was treated very harshly there. I think the ball up would have been the right decision then.
Irwin's just replaced McKay in the last 2 minutes. His first kick of the match is a goal. They're back in front. Lead has changed, 4 times in this quarter?
Yes.
Ooh. Melody. Palm off by Cunningham to Hilliard with the sleeves through the middle, leaving Regolo behind. Now goes for the pass. Oh. Cliven Gaitis waited for it, and he's done all right in the end. He's put it through, and Oakleigh now back in front by 5 points.
That's the 6th time then, Ross. The lead has changed this quarter.
Fortunately, very wet close to the boundary. Must be free kick. No, it isn't. The umpires have put their whistles away. Dyson up towards Preto. 1 out. Good punch away by Eves. Loose ball. Oh, there's a free kick. Had to do it, I suppose. Michael Owen will get it.
Picture tells the story, Ross. You're right. But certainly, Oakleigh are exposing Sandringham's obvious lack of pace. A bit top-heavy.
Now, Michael Owen has kicked 1 goal. Oakleigh added 4 goals for the quarter. Sorry, 6 goals for the quarter. Kicking with that breeze. Now, Michael Owen for his second. It's accurate. And that makes it a 17-point lead to the Devils after 20 minutes.
Ball forward. Joe Regolo's centre-half forward, and Philby, of course, has taken up centre-half back.
Over the top was Hanks. He tried to bring in the spectacular mark. And Joe Regolo fires in the pass to Shane Irwin. He'll shoot from the forward pocket.
Well, they're the players they've got to get in the game, Sandringham. They're running players. Howard's gone a little bit quiet in this quarter. Irwin's a player that can give them that mobility.
Has he learnt? He has. Second goal to Shane Irwin in the quarter, coming off the bench.
Ollie, Enders. Fish up. Off to Irwin for number 3. No mistake. 3 in the quarter from interchange player Shane Irwin. And once they got possession again on the wing, series of short passes, and there was no way that Oakleigh were going to stop them.
And Atherton too.
The Devils leading.
Gary Atherton down the middle. Volley from Dyson.
Oh.
Low, nice trap. Great skills, the big fellow. Handball to Cliven Gaitis. Desperation, will it pay off? Oh, top goal! Cliven Gaitis on the second attempt. His second. And they answered that one pretty quickly, the Devils.
He's very happy. What about this guy? God, he's played well low. He's a one-hand pickup.
Isn't he impressive, Sam? Like, he's very mobile for his size and very clever too. He kept the ball in his own corner. A great handball.
Cliven Gaitis displayed good recovery here.
See it here, how he out-positioned. Philby there. Lovely handball.
Desperate effort from Ryan, wasn't it?
Yes. Oh, well done.
Garbuio, Cunningham, still chance for another Oakleigh goal up towards Preto. He's been closely checked, if not held. Oh, Owen puts it through. His third.
Gee, and what
Right
a
on
mistake by
half-time.
Bilby. Dropping an easy mark. And Owen just picking up the remnants and threading it through. Here we see Cunningham, who's worked tirelessly. Oh, an easy mark dropped.
Off the hands, beautiful handball from Howard there to Enders. 2-on-1, it favours Sandy, and Regolo stands his ground.
Well, Peter, has Bob Ketty got the balance right now with Joe Regolo at centre-half forward? Time will tell, but he's got the height to be a dangerous player there. Can he kick the goal?
The value of that long kick in the forward line, Phil. They had the numbers there.
Well, Frank missed 2 relatively easy shots at goal in that second quarter. Let's see if brother Joe can make amends. The family name has been defended. Joe Regolo's first goal of the afternoon, first blood of the third term for Sandringham.
Speaking of balance, just as Sandy went onto the side, onto the ground after half-time, a couple of last-second changes. Fisher back into the middle. So
good, beautiful handball, sweeping it wide to Dyson.
Goal.
Time to try and pick out Preto, who's calling for it on the line. Not a good kick, but Owen's Lowe's stolen it and got the goal. Reno got it, in fact. Well, it was brought to ground by Lowe, and Preto's got his second.
now, commentary box side come the Devils. In front. Change player Johnson, it looks like, on to Lowe. Oh, nice turn. And a good-looking pass. Thought there might have been a clash coming up.
Doesn't he turn well, Lowe, left or right, and his kicking on the left foot is excellent. That time he's just spotted Owen beautifully.
And Phil, the sign of a very good play is he's cool in the crisis. He doesn't panic when he's got the ball. He just holds on for that split second to pick the right option. And his disposal is, as you said, absolutely impeccable.
13 points in favour of Oakleigh. Owen going for goal number 4 to the Warrigal Road end. Allows for the breeze. Well, because he's put it through. 19 points now, the Devils lead.
Performance in the 14-team competition, up from second division last year into the combined VFA 1 division competition, as it's driven forward by Fisher. Regolo, goal.
Oh, Joey boy, beautiful stuff.
Second for the quarter for Joe Regolo. Looked pretty easy. Bob Ketty wants a few more of those.
Always impeccably dressed. Look at that jacket.
Can't see the gold chains today, though. It's be under the scarf. And Joe, a botter pirouette. Now that is beautiful stuff, isn't it, Peter? Straight out of Swan Lake or what?
Yes, Dame Margot would have been pleased with this.
Made it look very easy.
Cunningham. Oh, well rode Dalrymple. Feeds it off to Sed. This is dangerous. Into the square. Regolo! And is he going to kick it? I thought he was going to just sneak it through. So 2 goals in the quarter to Joe Regolo. And Phil, you're right. It's been a good move by Bob Ketty. Here's the mark once more.
Yes, well, Brett Hanks is, well, I don't really see him as a key position player. I think he's certainly got his hands full on Joe Regolo. He can be a live wire upfield, Hanks, and maybe be better used somewhere else.
It's off Hanks. Nice pick up from the big chap. Through the hands of Irwin. Allen can get it across to Frank Regolo. Goes himself. I think scores a level. They are.
Gee, that was excellent body strength displayed there. Wonderful goal.
First goal for Anthony Allen.
Anthony Allen's a pretty classy player from VFA rep back about in '86. We see him here feed the ball off, push the ball off the left onto the left foot. Good goal, Sam.
Excellent, Phil.
And 88 too, I think, Phil. Anthony Allen went down to that Tasmania and that losing side.
But Joe Regolo certainly has given them something up front, hasn't he?
Bisbee. Off to Smith. Nice handball. Owen always looking to deliver the ball to a teammate. He's gone along. Preto against Eves. Good judgment. To the delight of the Oakleigh supporters.
Clibben Gatus going off.
Yes, and
I think a knee injury.
That happened in the goal square in that little mix-up with Reno Preto, as Preto puts through the goal. His third. He's 10 away from the century now. But Clibben Gatus is a bit of a blow, losing him. Descent has come on to replace him.
Has been a live wire, Clibben Gatus around. And he will be missed.
I thought you were going to take us through that excellent mark by Reno Preto.
Well, it was superb. The picture tells the story.
Golo said, trying to weave his way through on the left foot. Hits the post. The goal, the difference.
Doing a bit of gardening, was he? Trying to weed his way through onto the left foot. Excellent performance from Sid. And it's been an excellent game of football. It's three-quarter time. And that's how close Sandringham came to levelling things up, or getting to within 1 point. As it is, they're exactly a goal behind. They were 17 points behind at half-time, so they won the honours in that quarter, Sandy. Goal kickers for them. 3 to Joe Regolo, all in that term. Irwin didn't add to his 3. Other multiple goal kickers, Enders and Howard. While for Oakleigh, 4 to Lowe. He didn't kick a goal in that term. Preto got 1 to take his tally to 3. Owen got a goal in that quarter, so he's kicked 4. And 2 to Clibben Gatus, who we don't feel can take any further part in this match this afternoon, though Ross Booth will find out for us during the three-quarter time break. Well, the man of the match is very open. Already had 27 possessions. Good tap from Bealby. Fisher breaking clear. Smith got a hand to it. Todd. Hilliard. Oh, good grab. Owen started off slowly, but has put in a very solid 2.5 quarters, and that's a fine mark. 13 possessions for him.
I love him down here at Oakleigh, and all the supporters will tell you he's certainly one of their best players. Talk about him in glowing terms, and that was a very good mark, and the goal would certainly cap it off.
Going for his 5th. A good 50 metres out, slight angle. It's there. Well, that was a very handy goal. First one of the term.
Right upon the phone call, Ross.
Well, the gentleman said that the reason the goal umpire taps himself after a behind is so as to prevent the boundary umpires having to run down because the ball be kicked in. I checked with the goal umpire, and that indeed is correct. As Frank Regolo.
And so your cheque will be in the mail. And when would you like to join us in the commentary seat?
Of course, that begs the question for the goal of the...
Is he still...
That's a fine overhead mark. He's been probably their best forward. Well, he has been their best forward, most certainly. It's a better kick.
He's learned from his earlier shots at goal. He couldn't get straighter than that. Frank Regolo kicks his first.
Push it back there again. Johnson's high one. Oh, Owen, brilliant strength through his opponent 2 metres away, just with his chest.
Aren't they lovely to watch those marks? You see a player position, you can see them, they're working so hard, and then just at the last minute. One of the great aspects of the great Australian game.
Well, he kicked one from a little further out than this a few minutes ago. Michael Owen for his 6th. No mistake at all. 13 points the difference in favour of Oakleigh.
Been superb exhibition of goal kicking by Michael Owen.
He's happy.
The vice-captain.
And this is, Phil, you're right. Excellent body strength displayed here by Owen.
Low. Willed it to come to him. Wills some pace out of the legs and finds it. Top goal. Inspirational stuff. He's been held in check for the last quarter and a half, but Colin Lowe kicks his 5th with his 21st possession.
He backs himself in here too, Peter. He knows he's got the pace to get past Philby there, and he takes the field on, and that is a fantastic bit of play.
Too far out to score. Irwin against Atherton. In comes Joe Regolo. Good shepherding. Tackle from Atherton. It might have swung him enough to hook it through. Mark taken by his brother Frank. Regolo from a metre out. And off goes Enders. But this is a vital kick for goal, which shouldn't be missed by Frank Regolo. And the difference then would be 2 goals. Good shepherding there coming from Said.
It's a good kick, really, with the tackle on him too by Joe Regolo.
Frank Regolo gets his 2nd of the quarter. So the brothers, the key, I think, for Sandringham. They're 2 goals down. It's a rainmaker. Lowe and Owen get in one other's way. Garbuio steals it. Preto. Oh, free kick and the mark. Nothing Ease could do about that. Well, one thing can be said, that Sam Kekovich down in Tasmania has given us a talking point for the rest of the season, and all the Oakleigh supporters. Every time Preto gets within cooey.
It was a good effort to hold the mark, wasn't it, under the pressure from Eves?
It was. 4th goal for Reno Preto. And some of that pressure taken off Oakleigh as the lead goes out to 18 points again, halfway through the last quarter. Not a good handball. Atherton under pressure from Irwin. He didn't take possession. Smith was there to help him out. Great work from the skipper. Johnson got it across to Garbuio. Too much pace. Preto, too much strength.
Did he push him out or didn't he? And Mark Hughes, quick glance at the umpire, or was it a long stare maybe? Just an ordinary full forward. Take a bow, Sam Kekovich.
No, he's played an excellent game, Preto.
5 goals for Reno Preto. He's pretty happy.
Yes, and it's been a hard-working performance too. The goals haven't come easily.
Brunswick going down. Now Hilliard. The sleeves. Underneath is Owen. And hasn't he been a will of the wisp?
Sure has. And where's Hilliard too? He's done a lot of hard work, Pete, hasn't he?
Garbuio's been a very good rover.
I think Ross hit it on the head. Commitment, though. Extremely tenacious side, Oakleigh.
Yes, Brian Quirk's done a very good job with them.
Now, we've got Wavispi goal number 7. Michael Owen has had chances before. Bit wind behind him. Crowd like it. Goal umpire likes it. 2 fingers, 7 goals to Michael Owen.
And 4 superb long goals from Owen. And it has been a tremendous performance by Oakleigh. Here we see Hilliard driving the ball long to Owen, who kicks superbly from about 50 metres, but it has been very meritorious in view of the fact that Sandringham, on a number of occasions when Oakleigh have stretched the lead to 2 or 3 goals, Sandringham have clawed their way back and looked like finishing over the top of them, and it's a sign of a good side that can rally again and once again break away from them.
That's Fisher, number 48, and Johnson coming in with the...
It's a rugby scrum.
No, it's loose ruck, not enough standing on each other's legs and heads for a rugby, is it? Oh, shouldn't say that.
No, of course you can say it. One aspect of the game that I would never be able to come to terms with is being stomped on the head, especially by an All Black, as Lowe kicks a goal for the purple and yellows. The Devils really rubbing salt into the wound here. It's similar to the game down at Sandringham. 6 goals for Colin Lowe. They beat them by 41 that day, and they're stretching it out to that sort of proportions now.
One of the players mentioned that we needed to play well in the last quarter too, Peter. Good side.
38 points is the lead for Oakleigh.
Oh, Cunningham wins it beautifully. Over the top from Dyson, another possession. Johnson and Owen, Michael Owen. He's having a look at the smile.
Gee, that mosquito fleet, haven't they? Just absolutely torn Sandringham apart.
But Cunningham's ruck work, Sam, that knockout in the centre was just copybook stuff.
Yes, Brian Quirk used Cunningham as an example too. His players at three-quarter time, beaten 3 opponents. 6 marks for the quarter to Michael Owen, the Devils vice-captain. This for number 8. It's there! 4 goals for the quarter and 8 for the match to Michael Owen.
But you haven't seen a lot of Michael Owen, obviously, because Oakleigh have been playing in second division, but he can really play football. Elusive, clever.
Rigolo, Cunningham. Loose one. Battersby over to Descent, and Descent kicks a goal too. The Devils are running riot and lead now by 51 points.
Now they've stretched a 6-point lead to a 51-point lead. Howard trying to make it look respectable for Sandy. They got 1 goal back. So the skipper kicks his 3rd goal, Sam, and in this term they've only kicked, 3 now?
Yes, the skipper endeavouring to lift his charges. And a good snap goal. A bit of fortune there with the roll, the bounce of the ball.
Oh, man in front will be paid, Howard. Well, you saw the Oakleigh players go for the mark on that occasion. Atherton, number 3, and number 13, Hanks.
Yes, and you should punch the ball when you're behind, especially when you're a defender.
Fine judgment.
Howard kicks his 4th goal. Trying to get away from Johnson. Did it very well, Anthony Allen. Dalrymple. She's all over. Oakleigh, very happy winners here today. They've done it in style. 38-point victors over Sandringham. They've had a 9-goal 4th quarter. They had a 9-goal second term. And they've won out very convincing winners today. Major goal kicker of the day, Michael Owen, who kicked 8. A lot of routes to goal today for the Oakleigh side. 6 goals for Lowe, 5 for Preto, 2 for Clibben Gatiss, who was injured. And there is the major goal kicker, Owen. Garbuio got a single, as did Descent. While for Sandringham, 4 goals for Howard, 3 to Rigolo. That's Joe Rigolo and Shane Irwin. Frank Rigolo kicked 2, as did Royce Enders. Singles for Fisher and Allen. But a very happy Oakleigh side under Brian Quirk. They said they had something to prove, that they could hold their heads up in the top company. And they've certainly shown that here today. Second division premiers. And looking to finish higher on the ladder than the 10th they are after today's win over Sandringham. Thanks, Len, and there's our final score. 38-point winners were Oakleigh over Sandringham. Well, the ground deserting here, but down to the rooms, I guess, where it's a very lively scene, and I guess most of the crowd are crammed. Ross Booth is down there with the Victoria side.
Thanks, Peter. Yes, well, they're very happy down here, and Bill Jewell, the Chief Executive ANA, has the best player of the match, the ANA player of the match, Michael Owen, the Vice-Captain, 8 goals to him. Go for it, Bill.
Congratulations. Good game. Congratulations on winning the ANA trophy. Thanks a lot. All the best.
Well done, Michael. 8 goals, and we've got the coach here, Brian Quirk, so a couple of happy players. Been a tough year for the Devils.
Yeah, well, hopefully next year we'll go on with it. You know, we've blooded a few good players this year and look forward to next year.
Well, you've picked a good day to have good form against on the television against Sandringham, beaten them twice in the year. And Brian, we had a tough job picking the best player. It would have been Terry Smith or Colin Lowe. Very pleased with the boys.
Yeah, we had a lot of very good players, and it was a team effort. Terry Smith was a great leadership. Cunningham and the ruck, fantastic. Lowe gave us plenty up forward, and Mickey Owen, terrific stuff. So, but it was a team effort, a consistent effort. So, very happy. Up the Oaks.
Well, very happy down here. And you reckon you can go on from here next year, a solid base?
Oh, well, you know, it's this year was a consolidating year for us, and you know, the players have enjoyed the experience. It is a learning experience. You can't step in and set the world on fire immediately. So, you know, we're hoping to be a better strength next year.
And you'll be here next year?
Well, I just want to finish this year out first.
OK, guarded Brian Quirk, but he's going to enjoy himself tonight. A terrific win today by the Devils over Sandringham.
Exactly. Look at the stats.
Well, Mark, Sandringham won out, but in other facets of the game, it was Oakleigh's match after they trailed in all areas at quarter time. 12 points behind were Oakleigh at quarter time. They took the lead after 7 minutes of the second quarter. It changed back and forward. I think we had the lead change 6 times during the second term, but then Oakleigh got in front and went away to win it by 38 points. So let's have a look at what we've got coming up for you. Big round of football tomorrow. Of course, the top 5 places can change. The top 5 teams won't. And remembering that game, Coburg-Port Melbourne, is at Skinner Reserve Sunshine. On the big, wide, open spaces, very solid ground. Next week, we'll be live from Port Melbourne. Box Hill versus Coburg, the battle of the top 2. Hope you can join us then. Goodbye from Oakleigh.